Crinkled locks are a great look for people with dreadlocks. The look is fun and quirky. It can be accomplished by braiding your dreads and leaving them in place until they dry. You will have a great head of dreads after removing your braids. So, we are going to watch about the how to crinkle dreads.
Method 1. You should twist your first 3 strands. First is start with damp hair.
Dreadlocks should dry with the braids in place to help the crinkles set. Start by washing your hair as you normally would. When blow drying your hair, only get it about 80% dry. Go into the process with your hair just slightly damp.
Step 2. Secure your hair with a large hair tie.
Take an elastic hair tie big enough to fit around your head. Something like a sweatband or hairband works well. Pull the hair tie over your head so it rests around your neck. Then, push all of your dreads stuck under the hair tie out. Pull your hair tie upward, pushing all your dreads back as you go. When you're done, the hair tie should be loosely wrapped around your dreads, securing them away from your face. The hair tie does not need to be secured tightly. You are going to be removing 3 dreads from the tie at a time. So it's important it remains loose enough to easily remove your hair.
Step 3. Pull 3 dreads loose.
One by one, carefully pull out 3 of your dreads from your hair tie. If you accidentally dislodged more than 3 dreads, simply push the unneeded dreads back into your hair tie.
Finally, braid the dreads together.
Take the 3 dreads you pulled out of your hair. Braid them together into a tight braid. When you're done, push the braid back under the hair tie. If you want, you can secure the braid with a hair tie. This may not be necessary for all dreads, as some hair tends to stay together on its own when braided.
Method 2. The remaining dreads are being braided. First is braid 3 more dreads together.
After braiding your first dread, pull 3 more dreads out of your hair tie. Braid these together, just like you did before, and then push the braid back underneath your hair tie.
Step 2. Spray dreads with water to keep them damp.
Keep removing 3 dreads from under your hair tie 3 at a time to braid them. If your dreads become dry with the passing of time, use a spray bottle filled with water. Spritz your dreads to get them slightly damp before continuing the braiding process.
Finally, braid as many dreads as you want.
The process of braiding your dreads can get lengthy, especially if you have a lot of hair. It can take as long as 35 to 40 minutes to braid all your dreads. If you're short on time, consider only partially crinkling your dreads. Keep braiding until you have as many dreads as you want crinkled.
Method 3. The braids are being dried and removed. First is secure your braids with rubber bands.
Many dreads are thick enough to stay braided on their own. However, if you notice any dreads becoming unbraided on the ends, loop a small rubber band or hair tie around the dreads. This should keep them in place.
Step 2. Dry your dreads.
Wait until your dreads are dry to remove the braids. Times vary depending on the thickness of your hair and dreads. For very crinkly dreads, you can leave the braids in place overnight or for a few days.
Finally, remove the braids once your hair is dry.
Remove the braids one by one. Take off any rubber bands and slowly detangle the dreads from one another. The dreads should all be crinkled slightly from drying while braided. If you want, you can mist your hair with a light layer of hairspray to keep the dreads in place.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.